everybody. This is Bishop Dwayne Royster, Executive Director of Power, Senior Pastor, Living Water, United Church of Christ. And I want to thank you for coming in my house today. We're going to be doing one of the recipes that I'm going to be presenting on Thursday night at Cooking with Who over at Lutheran Theological Seminary of Philadelphia. I'm making today a poor man's pound cake. This recipe has been in my family for years. It's my favorite cake of all times. And every time we have a holiday celebration, a family gathering, or my birthday, it's the one cake that I always request. It's actually a really simple cake. It's not like a full pound cake where you have, basically a pound of everything. It's actually half of the ingredients. So we're going to use 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to be using 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 cup of butter or margarine, 1.5 cups sugar, 1/2 cup of milk, 3 large eggs, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. So come on with me as we begin to put this whole process together. First thing we're going to do is take the first 5 ingredients I listed and put them all in a bowl. So you all bear with me while I measure out some of this stuff. We need to make sure we have 3 cups of flour. I think that's 2 right there. That is 2. Next, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So my wife didn't pull out the tablespoon. Here it is, tablespoons right here. So we add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We're gonna add 1 cup of butter. And actually, I believe one of these bars equals 1 tablespoon, 1/2 cup. It's equal, so we need 2 of these bars for a cup of, 1/2 cup of butter. Actually, this should be 4 cups. We're going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. How are we doing there? Almost. Now, like my mother, this was never an exact science. So, because you always had the ingredient of love that you added to it every time that you made it. We're going to take the 3 eggs that we have and we're going to crack them and put them into this container right here without the shells. And then we want to add enough milk in here to make it 3/4 cup. Right there. Okay. In the meantime, we also want to add 1/2 cup of milk by itself to right there. Level it out, make sure we're good. We're close, that's good. We're going to put the milk in. And we also want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is a brand new one, so I need to open this. Now I'm also going to add my eggs and the milk mixture to everything right there. We put all the ingredients together and we've added everything to it, and now we're going to put everything together and we're going to put this into the mixer for 5 minutes. This is my wife's really fancy mixer. I hope I know what I'm doing. There we go. I think that's in there, yep. Put this on. All right, so we're going to beat this for just 5 minutes, and we're going to start out slowly. Quiet as it's kept, you all didn't see the mess that I made from the last batch, so we're working on this batch now. We'll start out very slowly and make sure everything mixes in there. We're going to mix this for 5 minutes. And while we're waiting for that to mix, we're also going to get our pan ready. Now I'm using a bundt pan, but you can use any kind of cake pan that you want. It's just what so happens we have available in the Royster household. So we're going to use this bundt pan, and we're just going to take some vegetable oil cooking spray and just spray this in here and get this pan ready so that when we're ready, the batter's done, we can go ahead and put this in. And when it comes out, it's going to come out nice and neat. just some regular vegetable oil spray. And we have 4 minutes more to go while we wait for the batter to finish whipping. Great, our 5 minutes is up, and we are very excited. And take a look at that. Nice mixed batter for a poor man's pound cake. The reason they call it poor man's, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, was that it was the ingredients are so expensive. Folk wanted a cake but couldn't afford it, so they came up with a recipe that required much less of the ingredients. Okay, so we sprayed our pan earlier. Make sure that everything's mixed in there. And we're now going to pour the batter in. Now this is going in. Our oven had been preheated to 325. That's the temperature this will cook at, or bake at, I should say. I like to use every bit of whatever is in the bowl. Some people like to eat the batter. I don't. So I prefer for it to go into the part that's going to get baked. Awesome. Make sure we get this all the way around. So now that's it. It goes in the oven for 1 hour. So this is not the quickest cake in the world, but it's really the best tasting cake in the world. So let's get it into the oven. You have the opportunity to come and vote for Bishop Dwayne Royster for the Executive Director of Power, Senior Pastor, Living Water United Church of Christ. And if you really want to see what this pound cake looks like, this poor man's pound cake looks like, show up on Thursday, 6:30 at Lutheran Theological Seminary. Come and vote for me. Partake of both the beef bourguignon that I'm making and also the poor man's pound cake. You can have a complete meal courtesy of Bishop Dwayne Royster. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.